Once upon a time, in a tranquil village nestled among lush green mountains, there lived a revered Buddhist monk named Dharmapala. Known for his deep wisdom and boundless compassion, he devoted his life to sharing teachings that brought peace and clarity to all who sought his guidance. People journeyed from distant lands to learn from him, and one bright morning, a young man named Ravi arrived at the monastery with a heart burdened by sorrow. Ravi, gentle and kind-hearted, had recently experienced a painful betrayal. Someone he trusted deeply had deceived him, leaving him disillusioned and broken. With eyes filled with tears, Ravi shared his story with the venerable monk, who listened with quiet compassion, his gaze steady and understanding. After a moment of stillness, Dharmapala spoke gently. "Dear Ravi, the path of life is marked by both joy and sorrow. Along the way, we meet many people. Some true, some not, but there is a way to see clearly." Encouraged, Ravi leaned in, eager for insight. Dharmapala continued, "To recognize false hearts, one must cultivate self-awareness. Just as a tree is known by the fruit it bears, a person reveals their true nature through their actions and intentions." To illustrate his point, the monk shared a parable about two travelers who met an old man in need. One chose compassion and helped. The other, driven by selfishness, walked away. When a storm later struck, the kind traveler found refuge and discovered hidden treasure, while the other was left exposed to the storm and met a sorrowful end. The story struck a chord within Ravi. Dharmapala explained, "Genuine people act from a place of selflessness. They do good without expecting return, but those guided by greed wear masks, hiding their intentions behind polite smiles." With each visit to the monastery, Ravi absorbed more of the monk's teachings. He practiced mindfulness, observed people's consistency, and learned to trust his own intuition. Over time, his heart grew stronger and clearer. He no longer dwelled in pain, but walked with wisdom, able to recognize authenticity in others. As his understanding deepened, the village began to notice the quiet strength that radiated from him. Where once he had been wounded, now he guided others who had faced similar betrayals. One day, filled with gratitude, Ravi returned to thank Dharmapala. Smiling, he said, "Venerable teacher, your guidance has changed my life. I have found friends who uplift me and have learned to see past the masks people wear." Dharmapala replied warmly, "Remember, Ravi, the true treasure is not in exposing the faults of others, but in cultivating kindness, integrity, and compassion within yourself. From that space, genuine connections naturally arise." With a heart full of gratitude, Ravi bowed in reverence and vowed to carry forward the light of Dharmapala's teachings. His story, woven with the timeless wisdom of discernment and compassion, spread across villages and beyond. People from near and far came to learn how to see clearly and love wisely. In time, the village blossomed, united not by appearances but by authenticity, as Dharmapala's gentle teachings continued to shine, guiding all who listened toward lives rooted in truth, kindness, and inner clarity.